Yo. Getting right into it today. You can tell by the title. You can tell by the title of this video. We're gonna be talking about the most unrelatable zodiac signs. I repeat, let me get close to the camera again so I can hear me right. The most unrelatable zodiac signs. So right off the bat, this gonna be a good one. We're gonna get right into it though, no time wasted. So starting off with the fire signs. The most unrelatable signs is gonna be Aries. Is first, and the reason why I say Aries is because Aries is not about good or bad or right or wrong, but Aries off the bat is back to supported by the numerology of one, meaning it was. Some people can say that first, but really it's just the head. So it's the initiate a lot of times, right? It's the initiate energy. Um, and it likes to go its own path and it don't need nobody else. That's the positive of it. But sometimes we like homeboy said in that spiritual dude in the other video, we're here, we came down here together into this world with other spirits. So the fact that we got born, that means we're here to connect and relate in some shape or form. So if you're not gonna come down here to relate, he's like, you might as well go back to your own lonely spaces of spirit, and you know what he mean about it, right? Because we came down here, if you born, you here to relate and relate and do things with one another in many different ways and create harmony with other people and create, you see, because that's why we hear among other spirits. So Aries, a lot of times, it's not that there's no Aries that can do that. It's just sometimes the Aries energy itself is already in a selfish space because it's represented by the one, that's the individuality, that's first house. That is selfishness. That's thinking of self. Now it's positives to it because you got to think about yourself first before you think about others. But when you go too far with it, it can create what you consider negativity, or not negativity, but being in a situation where you create more friction with others than you need to, and it doesn't be harmonious. So you can gain a sense of balance, and it could be something built off of that. So Aries by default is the first one we're gonna talk about. We talk about most unrelatable signs. Now moving on, we not gonna say Sagittarius because Sagittarius is good. They can be relatable because one, they're the mutable sign. Mutable means they can relate better than the other ones, I believe. So they're more mutable than the other fire signs. So right off the bat, we can't use Sagittarius. Sagittarius is good. They know how to relate a little bit. Now they need their time to themselves sometimes, and sometimes they can let their head get too high over their shoulders. Yes, especially due to their own how they see themselves spiritually and what they think about themselves when it comes to them being so deep into spirituality and religion. Sometimes they let that go above their head and think that they're more than they really are. But other than that, Sagittarius is definitely a mutual sign, so they can be relatable. Now another sign that I'm gonna say, the second sign that we're gonna say is um one of the most unrelatable signs off the bat is going to be Leos. Leos can definitely be unrelated. And here's the thing. It's not that Leos are just so bad at communication and socializing, because they can actually be quite the opposite. But a lot of times with Leo energy, they be in situations where they do not know what they do, and just their energy alone can come off to other people as being unrelatable. And whether they try to say, oh, they're not trying to be that way or not, that's still the energy that you come off. It doesn't matter what I'm purposely trying to do. My energy is my energy. So if that's the energy that I come off with, I either work with that energy the best way I can to relate with others, because that's what we're here for. You can't just be like, oh, this is just me. No, nigga, because you wouldn't have got born here in the vessel to live life with different lessons if you was already perfect. So you're here to learn something. We all got room to grow and build. It ain't about looking at yourself like you this and that and you don't gotta grow. No, we all gotta grow. You see, I look at it like, how dare you? We all gotta grow. What you talking about? That's how I would look at it. You see what I'm saying? In that situation. But anyway, a lot of times they can be looked at as unrelatable because just the energy of Leo in general is self. It can be self-centered, but it's also about when you think of attention or want to be a center of attention, or when you think about being in a situation where you want the spotlight, or even if you willing to share with somebody else, that still come of a situation of what you want for you, not for others like a Libra or something like that. That's something for you. You want this attention and energy. Like I said, you need all these energies, but sometimes when they take it too far, it can become negative. Another thing, at times Leos do too much, and they'll do stuff to get certain energies that is in the sake of others, that takes the sake of others. So they'll do something to put themselves in a situation they can receive some type of external energy, whether it's attention or whatever, at the sake of somebody else's you see what I'm saying, at the sake of somebody else's um not disposal, but what's that word, man, at the sake of somebody else's freaking, I can't think of that word, but you know what I'm trying to say. What the hell word I'm thinking about? For somebody else's sake, we'll just say that. And so that'll put somebody in a situation where it's like, damn, like you did all that, You ain't think about nobody else. You just want all the attention for yourself. So that's pretty much that's how I go down with Leo. So Aries and Leos are the first two that are the most unrelatable signs off the bat, just because of energy themselves. Now each there could be Aries and Leos that are more relatable than others, and can be even very relatable depending on the rest of their chart and their elemental makeup. Yes, but just those energies alone by themselves are two of the most are some of the most unrelatable signs. Now moving on, when we get to the water signs, um, for the water signs, unrelatable is gonna be Pisces. Is can be unrelatable, and it's gonna be Scorpio. The reason why I say Pisces, I didn't want to say Pisces because Pisces is a mutable sign too, which means they could be more sociable than the other signs. But but the energy of Pisces itself sometimes can actually refute the fact that it's mutable. Like for instance, Pisces be so lost in their own head and their own emotions and feelings. Remember, that's the creativity, that's the artistic creativity side and imagination. But that's also with that comes with illusion. So sometimes they'll project images, keyword project images, right? Emanate images, create images in their head of the situation, circumstance, or person, place, or thing that may not actually be that way. So they ended up putting, I don't want to say blood on their own hands, but they end up making the situation worse than it really got to be. And they the only one in the situation that's making it worse. The other person actually could love that person to death or be the only person helping that person. And they get so blinded by their own illusions and that their own overthinking and being lost in their emotions and feelings that they ended up being not being blinded by that fact, and they end up getting lost and thinking that it's something that it really ain't. So I mean I guess I could put them in an honorable mention because they do have a mutual side, but at the same time that energy right there is very unrelatable sometimes because that's still coming from like your own point of view. But overall, I'm not gonna say Pisces is unrelatable. I'm gonna put him as a honorable mention for being one of the unrelatable ones. But I ain't gonna put him as one of the most unrelatables. I'm gonna draw them out, but I'm gonna put them as, like I said before, uh, um, a runner up or an honorable mention for one of the most relatable. Now, moving on to another one of the actual most unrelatables, we're gonna go straight into it. Now, this is true. This is Scorpio. The reason I say Scorpio is because Scorpio is already back. Remember, Scorpio already has a lot of Mars energy because Scorpio is the feminine side of Mars. No, I said that wrong. Yeah, yeah, Scorpio is the feminine side of Mars. Aries is the masculine side of Mars. You got Pluto is the feminine side, and then Mars, which would be Aries, would be the masculine side, and then Pluto would be Scorpio. That's the same energy, just the feminine and masculine beside. So by default, Pluto gonna already carry, or not Pluto, but yeah, you say Pluto because that is Scorpio, but Scorpio itself is gonna carry a lot of Mars energies just in the feminine way, and sometimes it could even be worse because at least a lot of Aries might be more upfront about certain things. If they don't like it, you might know it. You gonna feel it and know it. Whereas a Scorpio is more behind the back and backstabby. So they could be in a situation where you think they're being cool because they're emotional and water be connecting, but it be fake. You think they being cool. They smiling in your face like they cool. I done dealt with it multiple times. Smiling in your face like it's all cool with that fake old snaky smile, and then be going behind your back and talking all kind of mad junk about you, and not knowing it, talking, they smiling real good in your face, making you think you cool, you can open up to them and everything, and they be going behind your back and telling all kind of stuff about you. That if that person didn't come back, that other person that Scorpio was talking to didn't come back and tell you that information, what that Scorpio was saying about you would have never believed it. You would have never knew it. You would have, they had this person kept smiling in your face, thinking everything cool. You can't trust no damn Scorpio. They talk about Geminis, you can't trust them either. Don't get it twisted. It's a lot of signs you can't trust. But I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn what you think. You damn sure can't. You can, hey, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the damn page. I can say what I'm saying now with 0 viewers. No disrespect and no energy towards any of y'all that's watching, that's enjoying it. But I say this with 0 viewers because I stand on what I'm saying. And that's just how I feel. 100%. You can't trust no Scorpios. This don't mean every Scorpio in the world is bad, but that energy in general a lot of times carries a certain type of energy that can be very unrelatable when it comes to people because it's an energy. Exactly, yeah. Shout out to Mystical Michio. Yep, facts. He said, hell no, I got backstabbed by hella Scorpios, specifically women. Yeah, exactly. Because Scorpios got that energy of, sometimes you'll think that they cool because they'll smile in your face and then they'll hit you with that little scorpion backstinger and they be in the worst way because, see, they're very secretive by nature. So they'll never come out and tell you anything. And that's what make them so dangerous too. Because they don't, it ain't like they, like some Gemini who run their mouth about you behind their back, but they may slip up and end up telling you when you kind of hear it and they kind of throwing dicks in your face and you can pick up on it. Scorpio's not really using that type of communication. They'll smile in your face like you cool and won't show you nothing. You think it's all good, it's all fam, it's all cool. And they going behind your back and telling people other stuff. So it wasn't if it wasn't for that person that they was talking to come back and tell you, hey, this is what the Scorpio was saying about you, you would never know. You would be a fool if you wasn't spiritually intuitive or wise to understand what's going on. That's why I say we got to get our spiritual and our emotional intelligence and our intuitive intelligence and connection up. because it's real out here. We need with more wisdom. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Scorpio, yeah, Scorpio on that list. And then moving on, who else would be more unrelatable? Now Taurus is an honorable. No, I'm gonna say Capricorn. Capricorn, I would say, is also can be one of the most unrelatable one. And it's not because Capricorn is such a bad person or such a bad energy. I ain't gonna say that it's even trying to like the other signs. It's more of just like I say, the energy of Capricorn in general can't help but to but to either be business oriented or be the initiative of building or working with something. So sometimes when they try to put all their friends to help and benefit their business, you'll think like, oh, they trying to use you, and sometimes they do. A lot of times they do. They got selfish energy too, but a lot of times it don't even always be about them like that. Sometimes they look at it like they can't help it. Kind of like how the Aries can't help the way that they are and overly passionate. And stuff. That's kind of how Capricorns are when it comes to their work and their responsibilities and schedules and stuff like that, and work and patterns and stuff and their careers. So they look at it like this is something that they value and this is who they truly are. So they think by allowing you to be a part of that, this is the piece of them. This is the piece of what they value and look forward to, not knowing that everybody else may not look at it like that. So they think by allowing you to be in that circle, they doing you a benefit, which they don't mean nothing really bad by it. But they don't realize to the outside world, this is looked at in more of a negative way. If a person is not trying to do what they're trying to do, they're gonna look at it like, man, you're just trying to use me. You see what I'm saying? But it may not always be that. But since so Capricorn, they kind of get grace. I could possibly put them as an honorable mention more so. But the reason why I throw them in there is because that energy alone is can be unrelatable sometimes because it makes it look like it's not like you trying to come for the benefit of the person to see what they into so you can relate with back and forth with boom a bounce back and forth like a Libra. Like, okay, I give me a piece of my gold, give me a piece of my gold. I show you I like silver, you show me you like diamond. It's more so like I'm not thinking about that. I'm being beneficial, I'm trying to show love, but I'm only thinking about it from my point of view. So by default, man, I have to put Capricorn as one of the more unrelatable signs. But they get grace because it's not like they trying to be a dick all the time, but that's their energy. Just like with Aries, a lot of Aries is like that. Especially women is worse. The women are always worse because that's another video. I ain't gonna get into that right now. No women bashing, but yeah, that's how that play out. And as far as the Earth signs, that's pretty much it. Taurus could possibly be an honorable mention, but Taurus is just they just trying to do their own thing. I wouldn't consider them as one of the most unrelatable though, because they can be relatable. They just stubborn while being relatable. It's a difference. It's not like the way that they come across as things is only all for one. They just so busy getting to the bag, they may not be available. They be so busy getting to a bag, and they can still be relatable. They just may still be stubborn while being relatable. But it's not like they sacrificing somebody else's expense. That's the word I was looking for earlier. It's not like they using us or sacrificing somebody else's expense for their own growth, unless they want to negative ones. Are they the gritty? You know what I'm saying? But hey, we all got different experiences with these signs, and every sign is different energetically. Now, don't listen to Nick think everybody's the same. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these energies. You see what I'm saying? But we talk close to the camera. I forgot. Um, so yeah, so just only Capricorn for the Earth, because Virgo don't have those issues as much either. I mean, everybody got their own issues, but I wouldn't not enough for to call them one of the most unrelatable. So for Earth, we're gonna use Capricorn. I went through the fire. I went through the water. I went through the earth. Now I just gotta do air. And then unrelatable. Oh yeah. And then one of the, oh yeah, okay. Woo. The last one we mentioned, you already know what air sign I'm thinking of. Hey, if you still here, type it in the comments what air sign you think I'm thinking of. That's gonna be the most unrelatable. And it ain't Gemini. I'm gonna give y'all a tip. It ain't Gemini. Cause even though Gemini be on some F boy ish, and you can't trust them, cause they'll do stickers up behind your back. One thing about Gemini is that's still ruled by Mercury. That's still ruled by communication. So they still gonna talk to you now. They still gonna talk now. They gonna bounce back and forth with you now. It ain't like they gonna be all unrelatable in that sense. They just may be carry a lot of negative behind the back energy sometimes that they may be unaware of sometimes. But I ain't gonna say it's unrelatable. That's a different story. But I'm gonna just tell y'all. So right off the bat, the most unrelatable air sign off the bat. And mind you, everybody's different. Everybody's relationship is different. Everybody got different alchemical makeup, no matter what sun sign you are. But the most unrelatable air sign would be off the bat Aquarius. Off the bat Aquarius, because remember, Libra is the initiate air. Think of a wind gust, just coming out and blowing, the wind blowing. Gemini is the transition of that wind blowing, so it's already out there. It's not initiating no more. It's already out there, but it's still moving. It's more than about just air that's everywhere, coming one way and another way. It's no foundation, right? And then, but the Aquarius is air, but it's trap air. Think of air in a balloon, or air in a tire, or air in a hot air balloon, or air in one room, or air in a bottle. That's trapped. That's Aquarius energy. So a lot of times Aquarius sometimes only think about themselves or think from an internal individual spot. And you need all these energies. Don't get none of these are right or wrong. But on a percentage level, that it's gonna come out as more unrelatable sometimes. Because a lot of Aquarius, excuse me, I had to stretch. A lot of a lot of a lot of Aquariuses are very manipulative. So it's not that they can't communicate and be relatable, but they're very manipulative. So they'll and they the best when it comes to the air signs, but with getting people together against somebody or being more into the mind to actually think and formulate certain thoughts and ideas to bring certain things together against other people or formulate certain things. Like they know how to manipulate and utilize their emotions and feelings real well. They know how to utilize the situation. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell you, Aquarius go deep, man. You just don't be knowing it, because don't forget they still air, so they don't come across like water and fire to the point they're expressive with it. So you could think they just some old chill person. They don't got much to it. No, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Aquarius energy go deep. And if you don't know how to relate with Aquarius in the right way, or if you don't know how to read it Aquarius for they BS, and y'all don't really resonate with each other, they can get one over on you too, bro. So Aquarius energy go deep, and just because they have that energy sometimes of being manipulative, see, they're very smart. They're very witty. They're very smart. More so, what I say, than any other air signs. Not saying you can have an air sign that's not smarter than the Aquarius. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the energies themselves. It's just their core source of what these energies are in its purest form. That's how I be playing out. So I'm gonna go through the rundown, and I'm gonna end this video because we're almost 20 minutes in. The most unrelatable signs. You ready? These are the most. I'm gonna get closer. The most unrelatable signs. Here we go. Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Capricorn. You see what I'm saying? One more time. One more time. Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Scorpio. The five. That's the five most unrelatable signs. And it's not that you can't be a person and be this sign and be relatable. That's not what I'm saying. You can. You could be the most relatable person in the world with these signs. I'm just talking about the energy at its core and its source and how these things play out on a percentage level. If you want to rank the top 10 signs from most relatable to least relatable, these gonna be at the least relatable sign just by the energy alone. We're not getting into each individual person because, like I said, everybody's experience is different. Everybody elemental makeup is different. You see what I'm saying? Now let me get into this. What y'all said. So somebody leave POs. Border. Shout out Border. Shout out Derek Javier. Somebody said, hell no, I got stacked out by hella Scorpios. Yeah, facts. Typically women. He said, I'm a Capricorn motherfuckers think I'm their manager. LOL. That's funny. Unrelatable. Wait, Taurus is ruled by Venus, the most relatable planet. Yeah, facts. That's why I ain't put Taurus as one of the most unrelatable. That's why I didn't put Libra or Taurus as one of the most unrelatable. That's why I even said Taurus, even though that's the bull, because bull is fixation. That is fixed. That is stubborn. But I say even with Taurus being stubborn, they still don't fit into the unrelatable category because they can still be relatable even while being stubborn. I said that. They always want to oppose. It's funny because air is the most relatable. Yeah, in general, air is the most relatable. But out of all the air signs, Aquarius by default is the most unrelatable air sign. It's funny because Aries and yeah, blah blah blah. Aquarius, sextile, Aries and Sag. Aquarius just can play mind games too, though. Yeah, facts. That's how it be. But hey, man, with that being said, man, much love to y'all. If y'all got anything in the comment section, y'all let me know. Hit me up in the chat, in the comment section for questions. I'll be sure to answer your questions and get back to you. And much love, man. Y'all stay peace. Peace.